Hey, we're back here, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to wrap things up here on this special edition 30-minute Cowboys fan show. So with that being said, we looked back on our game against Detroit Adriel. Now, let's look ahead. Our next game is going to be on Sunday Night Football, Dallas going to Houston. It's going to be a 6:20 p.m. kickoff here in Albuquerque. Houston, actually the early betting favorite in Vegas. The Vegas sportsbooks have them favored by 3.5 early on. What do you think about that?
I'm going to say they're crazy. There's no way that could be happening. We need to be winning by at least 14 to 21 points. These 3-point favorites are not going to do it at all.
I'm honestly just shocked that Houston's the favorite. I know they've played well and you know, they've got some really good assets, but let's go ahead and dive in here to the keys to the game so we can tell you how Dallas is going to beat these Houston Texans. So my first key is going to be they've got to contain DeAndre Hopkins. This guy, he's coming into this game. He's got 443 receiving yards already on the year. That's over 100 yards each week. This guy is one of the top playmakers. He's one of the top 3 wide receivers in the league. I have no doubt. And if he gets loose, it's going to be a long day for these Cowboys.
Yeah, the Deshaun to Hopkins pass, we can't allow that to happen. And, well, I want to say it won't happen because Lawrence, my goodness, this guy is amazing. I love to see him week in, week out. He's going to crush Deshaun Watson. He really is.
And speaking of, that's actually going to be my very next point is pressure Deshaun Watson. Let's have a look at some of his highlights there from last week. They were at Indianapolis. He put up 375 total yards on the Colts. And let's have a look at some of these highlights here. This is what Dallas is going to be going up against. He stands tall in the pocket, rifles it. There's that Hopkins connection there from Deshaun Watson. And you can see off the play action, this guy's very smart. He's very mobile. And look at that, on the run, accurate. DeAndre Hopkins once again. And here on this 3rd and goal, here's Watson showing his mobility and squeezing it into the tight window there for the touchdown. Dallas, as you said, Adriel, they have to have DeMarcus Lawrence get after him. Otherwise, it's going to be a lot of that.
I agree. Lawrence is going to crush this, man. We are going to show that Dallas Cowboys is the Texas team. And not only that, we're going to show them that playing against a billion-dollar team, you're going to get crushed. Absolutely.
You're going to get crushed, he says. That brings me to my last key to the game. Dallas has to control the ball, and to do that, they have to feed Zeke. Number 21 went crazy on Sunday. We saw him against the Lions, Adriel, with 240 total yards, 152 on the ground. If Dallas is able to keep the ball in their possession, really eat up that game clock, shorten the game, and keep the ball out of Deshaun Watson's hands, I think that's how they're going to beat this Texans team. What do you think?
I totally agree. We have to win the possession, time of possession. If we keep that under our hands, it is over. Deshaun Watson, however, being that he is a super intelligent quarterback, he hasn't seen a Dallas team come to him with the defense that we have. We're fully loaded. I mean, who knows if he's going to be playing? He might be inactive. Same with Sean Lee. But like I said, as long as we have Smith back there, he's going to be the new defensive leader. We're ready for them.
So instead of taking a break here and coming back for another segment, we're just going to wrap things up here. So with all that being said, Adriel, that's the keys to the game. Who do you predict wins this game coming up against Dallas and Houston? Who wins and why?
Dallas Cowboys are going to be victorious. And the reason why is because not only we're a billion-dollar team, we're going to show Deshaun Watson that we are the Texas team. Not the Texans, the Dallas Cowboys. I'm going to say predictions are going to be super high. Both young studded quarterbacks. I'm going to say Zeke goes for another crazy, freakish game. He does what he does, 150 on the floor, 2 touchdowns. And my man, Dak Prescott, shows 2 touchdowns. I'd say 21-7, Dallas Cowboys up.
21-7 is the call here. I think it's going to be a little bit closer, kind of like what we saw this week against the Detroit Lions. I actually like Dallas 27-24 with this game being in Houston. It's going to be a rowdy crowd. You know those fans down in Houston, they do not like the Cowboys, and they are going to make sure that the Cowboys know. But as you said, I think Dallas shows them that they're the Texas team and that they're America's team. You know, the Houston Texans, they might wear red, white, and blue, but there's really only one America's team here.
Oh, yeah.
So with that being said, let's give away some game ball MVPs here for our last game against the Detroit Lions. Who do you got, Adriel?
You know what? This one is a special shout out, and I give it to Jason Garrett. I mean, my goodness, there's probably no sense of relief when it comes to winning a game, just as they did. Jason Garrett, I hand it over to you. You're the man.
Jason Garrett, he did have an excellent game plan in course, and obviously I've got to go with Zeke. The man he had his career high in yardage gained in one game. He only had one touchdown, which is a bit unfortunate, but still 240 yards. Have a day, Zeke Elliott. Game Vol MVP. So we are done here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, it's only a half-hour show this week. We'll be back to an hour next week. Hopefully Scott is back from Italy or Japan or wherever he's at. I can't even keep tabs on that guy. But for everyone here today, for everyone behind the scenes, our director, Javi Alvarado, for our Fan of the Week and co-host, Adriel Villa Torres, my name is Tyler Ortega, and we'll see you next week.
Let's go.